Okay, these are the top 50 biggest trending news story today in Nigeria, 15th April 2026, across politics, economy, security, business, and society. Okay, let's go. Security and national issues. Nigeria government orders investigate into the Geely airstrike that reportedly killed over 100 to 200 people during a counter-terrorism operation by the Nigerian military. Military defends the airstrikes, saying it targeted Boko Haram ISWAP militants operating in the area. Northern leaders warn insecurity has reached a state of war and call for emergency measures. Renewed attack by bandits and insurgency reported in northern states of Nigeria. Calls increase for community self-defense and security reforms. Nigerian Army continues operation against Boko Haram in the northeast. Debate grows over military airstrike causing civilians casualties. Ondo farmers raise alarm over attack by armed herders. Reports of violent attacks on markets in parts of southeastern Nigeria. Security analysts call for better intelligence coordination. Politics. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says Nigeria is failing its youth due to economic hardship. Crisis inside the African Democratic Congress as factional leaders are expelled. ADC convention sparks debate about a new political coalition ahead of future elections. Presidency clashes with former minister Ralph Aregbesola over criticism of government policies. Political leaders debate restructuring of Nigeria federal system. Political economist Pat Otomi warns Nigeria could face deeper economic crisis. Allies defend President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, saying he assumed office at a critical moment. Court and political battles continue among major parties. Opposition groups criticize the federal government policies. Decisions begin about alliance ahead of upcoming general elections. Economy and business. Nigeria inflation rises again to 15.38%, increasing pressure on households. The IMF cuts Nigeria economic growth forecast to about 4.1% due to global pressures. Nigeria's public debt rises to around 159 trillion naira. Rising energy costs threaten economic expansion. Nigeria's oil production reaches about 1.38 million barrels per day, but remain under OPEC limits. Nigerian rice farmers reduce production plans due to falling prices and high costs. Nigeria stock market continues strong investor growth. Guinness Nigeria valuation surpasses 1 trillion naira milestone. Government signs a $1 billion steel investment deal with an Indian firm. Debate continues over government budget spending. Energy, oil and infrastructure. Rising value of the Amukpe-Escavos pipeline highlights new stakes in Nigeria's oil sector. Experts discuss Nigeria's energy future amid global price volatility. Government pushes reform in petroleum and energy markets. Oil companies seek to expand production capacity. Debate continues over subsidy policies and energy pricing. Aviation technology and development. United Nigeria Airlines aircraft grounded after bird strike incident disrupts flights. Government plans improvement in aviation safety and infrastructure. Nigerian scientists receive training in molecular biotechnology. Technology programs aim to boost climate resilient agriculture. Digital economy decisions continue in tech industry events. Society, environment, and other news. Nigeria continues to face wildlife trafficking challenges as a new protection law awaits approval. Conservation group call for stronger environmental protection laws. Food prices continue rising across Nigeria. Agricultural experts warn about food security concerns. Economic hardship fuels migration debates. Youth unemployment remains a major concern nationwide. Civil society groups demand governance reforms. NGOs call for a better disaster response and humanitarian aid. Debate continues over Nigeria's long-term economic reform. Analysts discuss Nigeria's role in African geopolitical landscape. Now, in summary, today's trending news centralizes on military airstrike controversy and security crisis, rising inflation and economic challenges, political tensions and opposition disputes, oil, energy and infrastructure development, aviation incidents and scientific innovations. So these are all for now. Remember, on my live streaming on TikTok, I normally read the real-time news. So please follow me, like, share, tell me your opinion about any of this interesting headline. You can even tell me about my makings, where you don't like and where you need me to improve, which I'm going to work on it. And do well to come to my live stream, join the political debates, talk your mind, talk your opinion, and buy time to support the host. Very important, buy time to support the host. Also support the host with your gifting. You understand? Once again, I remain the bitter truth. No time.